Okay, welcome back to another fight prediction. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We definitely appreciate you. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and let us know how you feel about these fights as well. We're about to take a look at the co-main event of UFC on ESPN 39. We got Caio Borralho versus Armen Petrosyan. And both of these guys are on a little win streak. Now, Armen's win streak is only 3, but he won 2 fights in the UFC and against some pretty good competition, at least the latest fight. Now, Caio, the competition hasn't been as stiff, but he is on a win streak, and he has been impressive, to say the least, and he shows a lot of upside. Now, he was on the contender. He won, but he won a decision. He looked good, but he kind of slowed down toward the end. Dana didn't give him no contract. But he came back on. He put something to sleep in 1 round, and he was able to get a contract. Ended up coming into fighting just a few months ago, actually, on the Luke and Bilal Muhammad 2 card, and he beat Gaji, and that was a really good fight. Did you see how that one ended?
I loved it, man.
That was a great fight.
People, he get criticized a little bit because he's not finishing fights, but I like the way he put everything together.
Me too. I like the total package.
I like the striking, the ground. We know he's a black belt or whatever on the ground, but he's starting to learn everything.
Yeah, and he put it together in a very it's almost like he's in a flow state. He make it look seamless the way he can transition from different things. Bro, he got beautiful striking. You talking about, bro, southpaw. He sit back from that southpaw position and he'll snipe that jab. He got a sniping 2, a straight left punch, a nice little flying knee, good high kick. Man, everything just flows well, man. And then
he got a little power too in that left hand, man.
Yeah, if he can put it together. See, the thing is, he jump around on tiptoes a lot. He's kind of doing the sniping thing, the in and out the feints. So he don't really I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes he do sit down on his punches, and it shows the potential if he commit to it more. But he like to hit and not be hit, which ain't nothing wrong with that. A long career. You know what I'm saying? That's the name of the game.
And he's a solid counterpuncher too.
Yeah.
I seen one of his earlier fights and he countered the guy perfectly, man.
I seen that one. I know it's one you talking about.
I like him, bro. I think he has a high ceiling.
He does.
He has a high ceiling, man, because he most, I hate to say this, but a lot of fighters, they're good in certain areas, but they're not really great everywhere. He's looking like he's getting better everywhere.
Yeah, and the total, if you had stats of all his skills, you can see the improvement every time too. And you can see the talent, and you can just see a fire.
Yeah, I was gonna say that he's hungry.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah. And he like to fight good and look good doing it, and it really does ooze off the screen.
And when you look at his earlier fights, man, I feel like if you're a UFC type of fighter, I feel like you have to make it look easy. And he does it in his earlier fights. Okay, he's UFC caliber. Yeah, he's pretty much showing the discrepancy in talent.
Right, he's showing okay,
I'm better than these guys.
I'm starting off down here with you guys, but y'all gonna be down here, and I'm gonna be up there in a little while. Now let's take a look at Armen Petrosyan, Superman. Now this is the guy coming from a kickboxing background. Do you know that?
Man,
have you seen the kickboxing fights?
Yeah,
he fought in one episode. He fought in a whole bunch of different places.
He's like a video game character, man.
Now, dude, this dude is Armenian. He was actually a refugee from there, and he has been in Italy. And him and his brother both found a kickboxing gym. They used to live in a train station. They was homeless, bro, refugees, and they found a kickboxing gym, and they both, they fighters. This dude got an incredible kickboxing background. And let me tell you, you talk about dangerous. This dude's on the contender. Look, you talking about dangerous strikes. I'm talking about good head kick, body kick out of this world. Bruh, he was on the contender getting wrestled. I'm talking about the dude picking him up, slamming him.
Oh, yeah.
Big, strong wrestler. Had the dude up against the cage. They actually said this on the contender series. On the show, Paul Felder was mentioned it. The guy he was fighting had actually had somebody against the cage and he had Armen against the cage and was putting his forearm in his throat. That guy won a fight like that in one of his previous fights the ground. He put his forearm in the dude's throat and choked him.
Oh, forearm choke.
Yeah. Like a front rear naked choke or something like that. And he was trying to do it on Armen. Now, Armen is coming from more like a kickboxing background than grappling, but he's able to get up against these strong wrestlers and strong grapplers. And man, you create any space, any separation. This fight will literally transform. Bro, he was getting suplexed. No, I mean literally picked up and slammed and dumped bad. And literally they were saying, hey, any separation, any space, this guy will change the momentum of this fight. And boy, he landed one body kick, changed the whole complexion.
That's another thing.
Of the fight.
He got some powerful kicks on him, man.
Kickboxing.
He got some powerful kicks. And another thing is, like, he has, like, deceptive power in his hands.
100%.
Because a lot of people, like, he's kind of known for his kicks.
Yeah.
But, like, I think, like, a lot of times, like, he can hurt you with the hands if you sleep on his hands.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I say he's like a video game character, because, like, if you ever play, like, a UFC game and you hurt somebody, like, he's like, when he kind of imitate that, like, when you fight. Like, he hurts people, bro, and you never know what he's going to throw.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Like, bro, it's kind of like when you create a fighter, man, it's kind of like, oh, man, it's like he's, like, overpowerful.
Almost.
You know what I mean?
In certain areas, it's like,
yeah,
he could do anything, and that could be it. And it's like, you don't know if what's coming, head kick. And then if that don't rock you, okay, okay, body kick. Now you hurt. You know what I'm saying? I go back to the head. Oh, now I'm throwing hands on you.
And then he throw punches and strikes from weird angles. Yes. It's like you only can do that in a video game.
Right.
He make it look easy, man.
That's that background. That's that kickboxing background. You talking about?
It's only one thing, one issue I have with him, man. His takedown defense is 37%. He pops back up, man.
Yeah.
But against like KO, bro, like you don't want to give up takedowns.
Yeah.
He give up a lot of takedowns. Like he can stand back up almost at will, but you don't want to give up against
Cal.
Because
they got a clip on YouTube of Cal throwing a kick. The guy caught it and punched him. Now the thing is, Cal, he turned around and like was going to try to roll out of it because the guy caught his kick, but the guy ended up falling to his half guard. He sweeps the guy from half guard, ends up on top of him. This is the type of jiu-jitsu you're talking about. Like,
yeah, you don't want to go.
You don't want to play because at the very least you losing the decision. At this point, you losing. You finna at least lose 2 rounds by default, and now you're in a 3-round fight. You don't want to be playing that type of game. So
I think a lot of stuff will happen in this fight, man. This fight might go 3 rounds.
Oh, well, I think
it's gonna be a lot of striking, a lot of grappling, a lot of transitions.
I don't necessarily see him putting Cal. Don't get me wrong. He has the ability. Now, don't get me wrong. They both have the ability to put the other away, but I think that they're both too good right now in their career. I think Armen is a little bit further along just because he had a super tough fight where he proved himself against RoboCop. He fought Gregory Rodriguez in one of my favorite fights of the whole year. Like, that fight was that fight was insane. And obviously Gregory has gone on to prove
I don't think Armen can knock him out with his hands, but I think he can with his kicks.
Well, overall mixed it up 100%. And look, the body kick will shut you down. Like, even if you are tough, your liver, you get hit in the liver, look, your body gonna shut down like a computer, bro. Like, you know how it take a computer a minute, like you hit power, you hit sleep, and then all of a sudden it just, or when you hit the power down button and it just take a second, but it goes off. That's what it does, that body kick. And I'm gonna tell you, he gonna be investing in it early, and the fight is gonna be different as the fight progresses because he gonna be going to the body, he gonna be going to the legs. Cal, you're not gonna be able to. Now, one thing about Cal, he's talented, but sometimes he'll sit back a little bit too long, and he'll be waiting for one big move. That's one thing about it now. But he can get into a rhythm depending on his opponent and use his jab. But he gonna have to mix it up very well.
And that style work against, like, if he's fighting against like a certain opponent, like, right. But will that work against Armen? You don't want to just give up too much. Like, you don't want him to build his momentum.
No,
and get in the rhythm.
No.
Man. But I think Cal.
Who's more dangerous when they get into their rhythm though?
Armen.
I believe that as well.
I think he might be one. I'm not gonna say he's one of the most dangerous fighters in the UFC, but like in the middleweight division right now, man, I think like.
And I feel like Cal is very good and talented, but there's something about him that's also still a little green.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Armen, don't get me wrong, he got the takedown defense thing. You gotta work on that. But I think that even with the takedowns from Cal, I still think Armen.
I think this is what it is, bro. I think this is Armen. I think his weakness is the grappling. And we can see it's getting better and better and better and better. But like the weaknesses of Cal is like he don't have
no glaring weaknesses. He just seemed a little green overall in his career. Like he just seemed like he's good at, like he's talented and good, but he got to run into something. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to.
But I think clearly, let's be honest, Cal's going to put pressure on him. He's not giving him no space, man. Yeah. Let's be real.
If he fights smart,
yeah, man.
Now he got to show the mental. He got to show the mental side. But Armen coming from that extended kickboxing background, I feel like he do got more experience overall. You know what I'm saying? And kind of got that more. Let me see how old this guy is. Oh, he ain't that much older, but I don't know, man. I kind of lean a little bit more towards Armen just because of the Gregory fight. Like, that fight was a dog fight, man. That fight was a dog. And Cal's fight, look, he beat Aaron Jeffrey easy. You know, he beat Jesse Murray easy.
Those guys, man.
I know, but I'm saying he beat Godzi easy. But Armen, he had to go to war for that Gregory one. He had to go to war for it, man. And it was a dog fight. It was close, and he pulled it out, man. And I got to lean more toward the experience here.
And Gregory might be in the top 15 one day, man.
To be honest, look, he might be there next week, you know. But the thing is, and I'm expecting big things from all these guys, Gregory, Kyle, and Armen. But I think Armen gonna get it. But it's not like a definitive, like, it's not that I just think he's a super better or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I can see this fight going either way. Literally, we have to make a pick.
I think it's gonna go both ways. I think it's gonna be 3 rounds. It's gonna be striking.
I think it's gonna be 3 rounds.
It's gonna be mixed up. It's gonna be like, it's gonna be, do you give the fight to the grappler or do you give it to the striker?
Right.
It's gonna be like one of them type fights.
Because the Gregory fight, the RoboCop fight was real close. It was like, dang, how do you score the power puncher or the person with the volume? It's like, how do you? So I think it's gonna be a good fight. You know, what's the final prediction? It's tough, but what's the final prediction?
I'm gonna say Armen 3 rounds decision.
Yeah, I can see Armen doing 3-round decision, but we wouldn't be shocked if it went the other way either. Now they don't get me wrong, because I mean with the grappling.
That's why I said, I said a close one, man. Like you could, like a pick 'em.
But it's definitely gonna be good. We definitely expecting big things from both guys. Do y'all like, subscribe? Let us know what y'all think below.